Ladies and gentlemen, I am Jackie Riveria, coming to you live in the UCWL studios here in Long Island, New York, and please welcome my guest at this time. He is the inaugural UCWL Cyberspace Champion, the only two-time Cyberspace Champion as of this moment, and a former UCWL Champion as well, the one and only, Monkey D. Luffy.
Good day, Jackie.
Now, Luffy, we're going to show some footage from Showdown 85 right now. You were in the middle of a match with Chef Gordon Ramsay to determine a spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match, when all of a sudden a man in a black leather jacket and a devil mask jumped you from behind and eventually costed you your match to Ramsay.
It's just broken a kendo stick over Luffy!
What the hell? Look what he's wearing!
Got a devil mask on!
He's got a... Yeah, that man with the devil mask just tossed Luffy back. I don't know if Gordon's even aware what happened!
Gordon didn't see it, but he's going to take full advantage and he's about to book himself a spot in Money in the Bank. This is over.
And then afterwards, this individual would go on to assault you more, before unmasking himself to reveal none other. Then, the Full Metal Alchemist, Edward Elric.
Who the hell? Yeah, he is. He is out. Who the hell is this man? What the hell? That's Edward Elric! Edward, what the hell is he doing here?
You want to know something? A legend!
What the hell is this about?
A literal demo in core wrestling history! It's just Drew Monkey D. Luffy!
What the hell is the Full Metal Alchemist doing here?
Now, Luffy, I believe this is the first time we have seen you since this incident took place. So I have to ask, what are your thoughts on Edward Elric showing up and costing you your match to begin with?
Well, Jackie, I'll be honest with you. I had a feeling that eventually I would end up in Elric's radar at some point in time. It's actually quite amazing to me that it took this long for our paths to be even crossed to begin with. But I had a feeling that the day would eventually come. I just didn't expect it to be at my expense.
Well, Luffy, Elric said that he would show up on VWU worldwide to explain his actions, and that he did, as it looks like he now has you in his crosshairs, as he is now looking to make an even bigger name for himself out of your expense.
Yeah, I heard what Elric had to say on Worldwide. He went over my recent accomplishments over the last few years, and pretty much said that my biggest accomplishment would have never happened if he hadn't involved in the main event of Holy Shit-a-Mania last season. The way I see it, it sounds like Elric's ego took a big hit not being involved in that match to begin with. But then again, he's not even under UCWL contract for that matter. But now that I think about it, neither was Ichigo either.
And speaking of Ichigo, Luffy, Elric did mention the other two men that were in that match with you at Holy Shit-a-Mania last season, that being the as-aforementioned Ichigo Kurosaki and Naruto Uzumaki, which he has both claimed victories over as well as you. And he followed that up by saying that he fancies himself as a collector, and wants to add your name to that list as well.
I'm well aware of that, Jackie. I know Edward Elric has beaten Ichigo a few times, more than I can count. And also earlier this season defeated Naruto, of course with the help of his dipshit kid. Sorry about that, Naruto, no offense about that, by the way. I know he's your son and all, but with him, the apple fell as far away from the tree as it possibly could get with it when it comes to his character. But back to Elric. Now, as far as he goes, Jackie, I got a good feeling as to why he did what he did on Showdown 85.
Oh, and that was my next question anyway. Why do you think Elric has targeted you?
Edward Elric has targeted me for one reason, and one reason only, Jackie. And that is to try to make himself relevant to virtual wrestling once again. Because, let me be real with you, Jackie, Edward Elric used to be the best in the world. Keyword there, and you bold. Used to be. He held the SCAW Championship for 500 days, as well as going around virtual wrestling landscape with the ACW XL World Championship. But that was almost a whole decade ago. What has Edward Elric accomplished between then and now? Nothing of merit. It's just as Naruto told him earlier this season. He's not the best in the world anymore. And he can't stand the fact that he's not the center of attention in SCAW like he was all these years ago. And he can't stand the fact. So what does he do? He goes and sticks his nose in other people's business and tries to make a name for himself at other people's expense.
And that brings me to the big question I have for you, Luffy. Edward Elric made the challenge to face you one-on-one at Holy Shit-a-Mania 2 live from State Farm Stadium, to, well, in his words, cement his legacy on the very stage you cemented yours. So I guess the question is, will you face the Full Metal Alchemist at Holy Shit-a-Mania 2, Luffy?
Jackie, I think you already know my answer to that, but first, let me address Edward. Edward, if you wanted to face me at Holy Shit-a-Mania 2 so badly, you didn't have to go and jump me like a damn coward. All you had to do was ask. You want to face me that badly to try to reclaim your lost relevancy? Well, let me tell you this. If it's a fight you want at Holy Shit-a-Mania, then it's a fight you're gonna get. But you're gonna learn the hard way that I am not to be taking lightly when I kick your ass from the Grand Canyon all the way to the Mexican border. I'll see you in Glendale, Elric. And we'll answer the question of who is the best in the world. But I already know that answer. And it sure as hell is not you, short stack.